Good morning, America! Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's the DJ. It's the DJ. We're back to our migrant mayhem format here, but we're gonna talk a little bit more about customer service at the service center. Oh my God. You're not gonna believe this. You're not gonna believe this. Customer service without the service. Service center help without the help. I'm sure you guys experienced this, but this is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. Let's get the show on the road. We've got some music playing here. This is Cash Machine by Domini Beats. Domini Beats, the Cash Machine. Yeah, how fitting. How fitting for this story. You're not gonna believe this story. Oh my God. Wake me up. I'm in a Seinfeld episode. I really am. I'm in a Seinfeld episode and I don't know how to get out. I don't know how to get out. Hope you're having a great day. This is the DJ. It's 65 degrees here in Chi-Town. Close to Chi-Town. We're getting ready for the DNC. And boy, I got a story for you today. It's what's today? Today is August 8th, 2024. 2024. I'm going to talk about my ongoing saga here as I try to move some of my financial wealth from a company called Chuck. And I thought I was going to move some to a company called PJ. Yeah, you heard of PJ? You know who PJ is? PJ is a bank that's too big to fail. I thought that would be a good idea to move some money to PJ. So let's start the story. My God, you're not going to believe this. You're not going to believe this story. Comment down below if you've run into something like this before, but this is almost unbelievable. So 2 days ago, I decided I was gonna engage a company called PJ, and I had a contact there, and I called him and I scheduled a meeting, and we talked for about an hour about his company and their services and how they'd be more than happy to take my money on board and make me happy, and we would be done pretty much with that company called Chuck, right? Chuck! Look at that video. Did that video yesterday. It was a live stream and vertical live stream, although we're using the fancy format today. See if it's been a while since we done this, but anyway, like, share, subscribe. We could always use the likes. All right, so I had this meeting with this guy. I've known him for several years. Kind of lost touch with them and reconnected, and had a great meeting. And he advised me, "Hey, I'll tell you what." He says, "We'll start the process, and after we're done with this meeting, go ahead and go online, right? Everyone wants you to go online and create an account yourself. He says you can do it yourself. Just go online to our website, go to the create a new account, and then you can come into the bank here at PJ, and we can do what you need to have done." And I said, great, I will do that. So I hung up the phone. The next morning, I get up at like about 6 o'clock and decided to create an account. So I find this website that I've seen before, click on the drawdown, create an account, tell what type of account I want to create, and put in some information and It's like a whole screen full of data I had to put in: your name, your address, some driver's license, your social security number, all that good stuff. And then I press next. And it goes off and it starts working. You see the little whirligig going around, and comes back and it says, "Sorry, we're unable to make an account for you at this time." Just a big screen with a close button and a 800 number on it, which was for the new account service center, right? Yeah, that makes sense. If you can't make an account, you need to put down the new account service center 800 number so people can call. So I call them, and because this is at 6 o'clock in the morning Central Time. Oh, get a piece of hair here. You're not going to believe this story, guys. You're not. So 6 o'clock, I call, and they say that they're not closed, and their hours are 8 o'clock to 5 o'clock Central Time, and call back later. All right. So I'll do that. I will do that. So 8 o'clock rolls around. I decide to make another call to the service center / help center at PJ. So I get a young lady on the phone, and I explain to her, "Hey, I was advised by one of your financial consultants to create an account, and I went through that process and hit the button and got this message: you're unable to create an account. Sorry." And she goes, "Oh, I'll see if I can help you." Now, granted, this lady, later I find out the service center is actually in Chicago, which could be part of this problem, but anyway. So she asked for my name and my social security number, and I give it to her. And then she looks at some information, and she says, "So you weren't able to create an account?" I said, That's correct. I wasn't able to create an account. I got this message." She says, "Well, I'm not sure why you're not able to create that account, but I don't see any problem here, and I can't help you." And I'm like, wait a minute. This is the new account help center, new account service center. I was wanting to create a new account. I went to your website. I tried to create an account. I couldn't create an account. I got this error message, and it's got this 800 number on it. I called this 800 number, and you can't help me. And she goes, "Yeah, that's correct." And I'm kind of like perplexed. I'm like, what's going on? What's going on here? I want to create an account. I can't create an account. I call this number, which is a PJ new account help center, which is on the website. Right, the website here gave me an error, and there's an 800 number, and I'm calling the 800 number, and you're there on the other side, and your job is to help people with new accounts, and I want a new account, and you can't help me. And she didn't say anything. At this point, I'm thinking, okay, we got a Chicago public. I asked her where she was at. She says, "Chicago. I'm in the service center here in Chicago." I'm thinking, okay, now I got a Chicago public school graduate here. And I mean, how long has this lady been working for this company? I mean, I'm trying to move money to her company, and she's the service center for new accounts, and I'm trying to create a new account and having some problems. But yet she's directly telling me that she doesn't know what my problem is, and she can't help me. And she doesn't even offer to connect me to anyone else. So after I go through this whole litany of questions with her, I said, could you, like, do you have a boss? I say, I'm like perplexed. I'm like, do you have a boss? And can I talk to her? And she goes, oh, yeah. You want me to escalate this? I'm like, yeah, I would like you to escalate this. You're in the service center, and I called you, and I'm trying to create an account, and you can't help me. What's wrong with this picture? What is wrong with this picture? And it gets worse. It gets worse. So then she puts me on hold, and she brings in her boss. And I got her name too. Her name is Elizabeth. Elizabeth is in Chicago. She works for PJ. She comes on the line. She says, what's the problem here, and this and that. I said, well, I'm trying to create an account, and went through the process, and I hit the button, and I get this message, and so I decided to call you guys, right? Your 800 number that's on the website message that gives me the error, and logically I'm calling you. Okay, let me transfer you to another guy. And she was pretty quick about it. It seemed like she had encountered this before, maybe, I don't know. And I get transferred to a guy by the name of Tom. Now, Tom is in Columbus, Ohio, and he works for PJ. And I talked to him, and I went off on it. At this point, I'm like, Tom asked the same information. And what's your name? What were you doing? And I told him, went through the whole litany. Okay, I was trying to create. I met with a guy with PJ 2 days ago. Told me to create a new account. I tried, and this happened, and I called the service center, and the service center says they can't help me, and now they transferred me to you, and here we are, Tom. So Tom's asked me a few questions, and I give him my information, and he's looking at it, and he says, oh, I see what the problem is. Looks like maybe you had some accounts with us in the past. I'm like, maybe like in 1995. I think I had a mortgage. I think you guys bought my mortgage like in 1995 for a couple of years during the whole mortgage craze where companies were buying and selling mortgages like they were chiclets or something. And he goes, oh, well, I'm not sure I can fix this either. So now I'm on my third person at the service center, customer support center, for creating new accounts at PJ, and they're telling me not sure they can help me. Maybe I should call the local donut shop. Maybe they could have helped me better with this issue. So then I tell Tom, I said, Tom, listen to me, Tom. Okay, so Tom, I talked with my financial advisor. He told me to create an account, which I did. I'm trying to create an account, and I called the service center that's supposed to help me to create an account, and they can't help me create an account. And I said, furthermore, Tom, listen, Tom, I am trying to move an extreme amount of money to your institution today. We're not talking about $5,000 here. We're talking about some decent coinage, Tom. Decent coinage. Tom, listen to me. And you're telling me that you can't help me. And he says, yeah, I'm sorry, but I don't have, I'm going to have to tell your financial consultant he might need to do something, and you might need to come into the office and this. And I'm like, fine, I have no problem with that, but I was told that it would be preferred that I create this account before I come into the office. And I can't create an account. I called the service center, and the service center who's supposed to help me create an account can't create an account. So then, okay, so I'm done with the service center that can't help me create an account, even though that's what they're supposed to do. That's their job, right? That's their job, is to help you create an account, yet they can't help me. Go figure. Go figure that the service center for the new accounts can't help you create an account. Okay, so I sent an email to my buddy, acquaintance that I talked to 2 days before for an hour and advised me to do this, and I've yet to hear back from him. So I don't know. At this point, I'm not even sure that I want to be associated with PJ. If this is the type of service that you get and this is the type of competence that they have in their organization, I'm not sure that I want to put my extreme amount of money in the hands of PJ. So that's the story, and we're not done yet, Fall. I mean, I still don't know what's going to happen, but this is crazy. This is crazy. What happened to what happened to service and customer service? What happened to service in the service center? My God, what has happened? And mind you, I used to work for Fortune 500 companies, and they had bad days, right? They had bad days and crazy crap happen. But when you've got a customer and you're into banking, right? Your business is banking, and you've got a customer on the line who wants to do business with you and wants to move an extreme amount of money to your company, and you can't help them. That sounds like maybe you should turn the lights off and just go out of business. If that's the case, I've at this point I've talked to 3 people at the service center, the new account service center, that can't help me make a new account, and I'm like looking at I'm looking around, and at this point I go upstairs and I talk to Susie Q, and I'm like, you're not gonna believe this. You're not gonna believe this. I am caught in a Seinfeld episode, and I can't get out. I can't get out. I said, tell me where I'm at. Wake me up. Am I having a Quaalude episode or LSD episode? What is going on here? This is not some rinky-dink company. This bank is too big to fail. That was one of the reasons I was gonna move my extreme amount of money there. Now I'm like wondering if anyone with a brain works there. I thought Chuck was bad. And now here's PJ. PJ's got 3 people that works at the service center for new accounts, and they can't figure out how to create an account for me. Oh. Comment down below if you've had an experience like this. I don't know. I don't know what's next here, and I sent an email to my contact, and supposedly this Tom guy was gonna send something to my contact at the branch, and I have yet to hear from him. It's been like 24 hours now, so the story just keeps getting darker, right? Darker. So that's my PJ story, guys. Like, share, subscribe. This is the DJ. I hope you're having a better week than this guy. And nobody wants my money, right? I can't access my money at Chuck for 2.5 hours. Now I want to move it somewhere else, and no one wants to help me. So go figure. Go figure. It's a crazy, screwed up world. That's all I gotta say. It's one crazy, screwed up world. Like, share, subscribe. This is the DJ Wonder Chrissy, Land Cruiser Midwest Migrant Mayhem. We're talking about finance today. I think I'm about done here. I mean, the more and more I talk about it, the more pissed off I get, right? The more pissed off I get. Yeah, so that's the story. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'm living in a Seinfeld episode. I'm hoping to find the door to get out here real soon, but it's not looking good. It's not looking good. It's not looking good because PJ's not helping me, and some of the other companies that I could go to, they were actually had the same problem as Chuck. So I was hoping to go to a company where I wouldn't have this issue that Chuck had again, but I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure. So hope you enjoyed this episode of Seinfeld, and we'll end every show as we always do with a hand slap and a see ya.